Hey Virgo, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from August 16th through the 18th, 2024. This is for Virgo. Last shuffle coming out for Virgo. I apologize for the noise in the background. My neighbors are getting trees cut, and if you've seen their house, they are fully surrounded by trees, and they've been talking about cutting those trees down for years. Because every time a storm comes through, I mean, them trees is pine trees out here bending. So they're cutting them down today, unbeknownst to me. I didn't get the memo. So I just found out this morning. So we have great gratitude and milestone here coming out, and so just so you hear, if you hear this sound, just know that's what that is. It usually can drown things out because we're pretty far away, but yeah, I'm at where the property meets the other property, so that's where they are cutting the trees at. The Tower and Hermit. With great gratitude, you have to be grateful for things falling. It seems like things falling down, but they're also falling into place. Okay, because if great gratitude is here, it's like be thankful that things fell apart. It's good that they did. Okay, Tower, Hermit, Two of Wands, Four of Cups with great gratitude. This is about a thought process of understanding that um, ooh, you're not missing anything, really. You need to be grateful that there was a need in your life, right? And that something did fall apart. Be grateful something was missing in a situation where it didn't build. Be grateful that a path that was chosen, plans that were made, fell through. Be grateful. They're saying that something was going to, it needed to fall through, or else this would have been one of those situations where you would have been looking back going, oh, if only I could go back to yesterday. Whatever the situation is, if something fell apart in your life and it was like life changing falling apart, it was meant to, and you need to be glad. I don't care if this is a relationship, I don't care if this is a business, a job, maybe you lost everything. Spirit's like, if you would have stayed in this would have been a situation where you'd look back going, holy crap. If only I could go back, I would have changed everything. I would not have stayed the course on this. And so they really want you to understand that all the things that got shaken up in your life, all the chaos or the tragedy was meant to happen. Think about it. That what could be worse is that you're still there in that scenario, even if it made you happy at that time, even if it filled a void for you, filled up some kind of hole within. It was nothing but a temporary fix or a temporary satisfaction, and it's not something that we readily recognize in the moment. What we see is that everything's falling down that we put together. So Spirit wants you to understand that. And then the milestone with the Lovers and High Priestess is saying that this is something that happened where you were course corrected because you may have been settling in another scenario. And now you have been course corrected. It's a milestone where now you see the options in front of you are much better. Now you see that your intuition was correct, that you were, it's basically they don't want you to settle, if that makes any sense. So you may have chosen to settle, and then they tore it down, and it could have been, like I said, business, relationships, um, location, even where you were living. You may have just been like, it's okay, I'll just stay here forever. And we do that a lot, man. I noticed, I was just speaking to someone the other day, like buying a home. Most of us settle for just what we can afford and what kind of fits our needs right now. Most of us don't have that dream home. And I say that because every home basically is the same. You have the garage, the bathroom, the this room, the that room. We all have these, there's only so many styles of homes. But if you were to build your own, what would you actually have in your home? And it probably wouldn't be fake shutters on a window, or you know what I mean? Everybody does that. And I was like, why do we do this? This just what is up with that aesthetic? Why do you know what I mean? If I'm gonna have shutters on my house, I want real ones. I don't want the fake ones on the side of my window. It's just weird to me. Thought process is just very weird. But there's a milestone of saying that you're not going to settle, or you're finally at a point where you realize you shouldn't be settling for anything, right? And that you were ripped away from something because you settled. And now look at you, kind of vibe. Now look at you. Now you're able to make decisions. You have two great options in front of you, not the that option and then that option. It's like you've got two great options in front of you. And also, too, they're saying that they're up to your standards. So you may be reaching this milestone, have reached it, or are reaching it currently, where you're saying, I've got two great options in front of me. Whereas before, I had the option between dog crap or cat crap. I mean, both of them are crappy, kind of vibe. The Sacred Temple with King of Cups here twice. Listen, be grateful that a certain relationship did not work out. Be grateful somebody hurt you or broke your heart. Be glad. Okay? Be very grateful because I'm seeing that you're meant to be happy and in love, and that somebody that's with you is supposed to be happy and in love. So if you were in a situation where it was always like a depression and a sadness, it wasn't for you. And it's like when you realize this, you're going to realize after it's ripped from your fingers, after everything falls apart. There's a lot of heartbreak I'm seeing here with for someone, but you'll see later that this was like meant to happen because you're meant to be happy. Both of you are supposed to be uh, emotionally open, able to communicate, able to um, share and lead with your emotions, because your emotions are balanced and healthy within the relationship. So spirit's talking a lot about that. Like, you're meant to do that. You're meant to be in that space. This loving woman energy is the King of Wands and the Seven of Cups. Now, it's not gender specific. This would be someone who treated you as an option, who was defensive, closed off. You never knew what to expect from them. They may have always been trying to lead, but leading you where? You might be like, where in the heck are we going with this? Like, what's happening here? This is someone who may want to reconcile with you or at least be friends. So this would be someone who is kind of like, this looks like selling you a dream, or yeah, because Seven of Cups is like selling me a dream, but also they want to keep things casual. So I'm seeing them saying, yeah, I mean, we could probably, it's like almost friends with benefits kind of vibe, like a situationship person. And so they're very much so, I don't know about this one, okay? This loving woman energy, it seems like they may have ignored you, or they miss you to some degree, but they're also saying that they want to be friends, but they may not be. It's almost like they're not interested at the same time. So be cautious of this person. They're not as interested in you as it seems. Okay. And I hate to say that, right? But here's the milestone. And the milestone is now you have better options. Okay, just be grateful things didn't work out. The spirit just wants to throw that at you over the weekend. Maybe that's something that will cross your mind. Someone crosses your mind, you may miss the person, but just know that it's better to miss them than to be in the situation that you're not meant to be in. Trust me. It's best that way. You know what I mean? Based on these cards, it's better. Okay? You could be dealing with a Gemini, a Scorpio, a Virgo, a Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So you could be a Leo Virgo cusp. We have a Cancer Leo cusp, Gemini Cancer cusp, Scorpio Sagittarius cusp, and Pisces Aries cusp. But if you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.